Seriously, guys, I have found something that is so amazing. Oh my gosh. Let's get into the video. I am running late, so I'm just going to do this very quickly. Oh, I have to grab one thing. Hold on. Coffee. I have some iced coffee that I made because I was out of my Starbucks, so I just made some coffee, put it in the freezer. I have 2 tablespoons of my heavy cream. I get a lot of people ask me which is my favorite heavy cream. This is the one. It's from a local dairy. They're actually here in our town. And here are the stats on it. It doesn't have quite as much fat, I think, as some of them, but it doesn't have any carbs, and it also doesn't have any of that bad stuff. So that's heavy cream. I also used some of this almond breeze. Now this does have not the best ingredients, but it's the best I can find for almond milk type creamers in my area, unfortunately. So I put some of that in there as well. Also, my obsession right now, pumpkin caramel. So that'll be my coffee. For my little breakfast, I made some 90-second bread. There was somebody, and I'm gonna have to go look in my YouTube feed and find out who it was. Somebody had recently did a keto bread that she specifically said it was no egg keto bread. Was it over at Simply Misty? I think it might have been her. Anyway, I'm gonna try that because, and I'll talk more about this actually when I talk to you guys, because I don't have time to talk to you about my feelings on breads on keto. Anyway, so I went and made the 90-second bread, which is a little bit eggy, and I toasted it on both sides with a little bit of butter, and then I added this on there. You guys, this is so good. Honestly, I don't know where this has been my whole life. Is this new? Like, I just saw it at my Costco. This is amazing. Like, I am not even kidding when I say this is amazing. I don't know why I waited so long to try this. Well, probably because I just saw it, but so good. Lunch is going to be a salad. I actually weighed out every single bit of this. I am just really serious about hitting my goal in October. So I have some organic spring mix. I think it's like 60 something grams. I have some of the Kirkland shredded mozzarella cheese. I have some of the Tyson blackened strips. I have 1 serving of that. I have some bacon bits in there. And then this is some Caesar dressing. And I have avocado. I have a scale at work, so I will weigh this out and see how much it ends up being. So that is going to be my lunch. I have my bang, and I have to head off to work. So I will talk to you guys if I have time when I get to work, but I don't think I will. I'll talk to you then. If not, I will talk to you at lunchtime. I throw a Built Bar in my bag in case I want this for later. So this is the black cherry, which you guys are still selling these until they run out. So I'm not sure how much longer that'll be, but I haven't heard anything yet that they are out. Of course, I haven't been on social media much, so yeah, hopefully it's still happening, but they have tons of other great flavors. For some reason, and I don't know if it's just because I got done doing the egg fast, I broke off a piece of my nail. But this 90-second bread tastes really eggy today. I'm not sure why. I never really noticed it being eggy before. I really need to, this weekend, I'm really gonna try a different egg, like keto bread. Oh my gosh, I don't think I have a nail file at work, and this is gonna drive me crazy. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I have, what was I gonna say? Oh my gosh, I'm so scattered. Oh, yes, I need to find like some kind of keto bread. Here's my thoughts on keto bread, and I'm only gonna drive for a few minutes while I'm talking, only because I have this in my head, and you guys know I have like the worst memory, and I am so late for work today. I seriously I was doing YouTube work, and that's the thing. I really need to like prioritize my stuff a lot better. There's like 2 topics I want to talk to you guys about today. One of them though is I get a lot of people asking me because they know that I am brand new on keto, never done it before. And I get a lot of questions on like, what are your thoughts on, like your thoughts on different things, like recreating things to make them keto friendly? Will that just make you not be sustainable for you? That kind of thing. So here's kind of my thought on some of it. Now I've recreated a few like dessert type things, and it has not made me, they have been so good that it has not made me want to like leave keto so I could have the real thing, you know, that type of thing. Now with bread, here's my situation with bread. I seriously like have a very much high love for bread, anything bread, and that's kind of why I did not really do any bread alternatives until pretty recently, you know, until like towards the middle of August, I think was the first time I made like the 90-second bread and then the chaffles and that kind of thing. However, I don't feel like the chaffles, I mean, they'd make a fantastic bread substitute. Don't get me wrong, but they're not like light and fluffy. Like the 90-second bread, you know, is really light and fluffy, kind of reminds you more of bread, except for the eggy taste. So the reason why I avoided doing that was because I thought, you know what, I need to get into a point in my life where I don't need to have so much bread. I mean, really, to be really honest, I mean, that's what it was. I just wanted to kind of wean myself off of bread, just kind of like if somebody didn't, you know, they're drinking regular soda and they wanted to switch to diet soda and then eventually wean off diet soda. That's kind of the mindset I was in, was kind of like, okay, I just want to, you know, wean myself off of it. And then when I felt confident that I, you know, wasn't relying on bread so much, maybe I would then start coming up with some alternatives and just try some different things. So that's where I'm at now, because I feel like after 2 months that I could definitely say that I can function without bread. I mean, even like on the days that I have chosen to kind of be a day that I've chosen that I wasn't going to stay keto, I, you know, say we had burgers or something, I just automatically took off the bun. I mean, I didn't even think about it. I had the French fries, but I took off the bun. So I, you know, feel like I have done a very good job of weaning myself off the bread. So I do recommend that if you are thinking about starting keto. And, you know, I guess people could look at it 2 different ways. They could look at it like, well, there's a lot of great alternatives out there, so why not just take advantage of those? Yes, I think it really is going to depend on you. So if you are like me and you really feel like you have this dependency and this addiction to carbs in the form of bread, especially, you know, not only like sugar, but also bread, then maybe just first try to go with don't make any alternative bread choices. Because I feel like if you don't find one that's going to satisfy you, then you possibly will not want to, you know, not think that keto is sustainable. So I feel like you have to wean yourself off. I think that's my whole point. It's early in the morning, you guys, you know. So that's the first, that's really what my thoughts are on that. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And when you first started keto, did you, you know, just, you know, indulge in all the alternative stuff, or did you try to also wean yourself off of certain things first? I'd be curious to know. The other topic I will talk to you about at lunchtime, it's not like, it's kind of like some real talk, but I also need some advice on some stuff. So I will talk to you then. But now I'm going to listen to my podcast and get to work. Okay, I made it to work. I'm actually late, but that's okay. I'm just going to say it one more time. This mixed nut butter, so good. So good, you guys. Go to Costco and get it. And I forgot to tell you guys this part. For 2 tablespoons, it is 4 net carbs. This, what I put on there, what you guys saw, was only 1 tablespoon. And I actually weighed it. And why did I weigh it? Because I've learned over the years with lots of weighing, measuring, and all of that, that when you just take a tablespoon of something, you tend to do a little bit more than a tablespoon, especially with things like peanut butter, nut butter, that kind of thing. So I actually weighed out the peanut butter. I mean, the nut, what do they call it? Mixed nut butter. So I had a half of a tablespoon thing, and I just weighed it all out. And I think it was, I can't remember how many grams it was. But anyway, I just put half on each one of my little slices. And I'm actually full. But do I waste this because it's so good? I feel like I just want to lick it off the bread. But I'm not going to, because I feel like, what kind of person am I if I lick that off the bread? Guys, I'm having such a bad hair day. Such a bad hair day. It's lunchtime. Actually, about 5 minutes. Okay, 7 minutes that I can chit chat. Drinking my Bang. I already ate my lunch. I knew I had to run to the store. The reason why I came to this store It's like a local grocery store chain. There are only like 4 or 5 of them in just Southern Oregon. It's really super cheap here. I hate shopping here though because it's so busy no matter what day you come, and only time it's slow is if you come super early in the morning, any day of the week. So I was like thinking I was just gonna do grocery pickup on Saturday since I'm back to working, you know, 5 days a week, and I didn't want to spend my whole day on Saturday shopping. I want to be able to do other things. But coming in here and seeing, I was just, you know, just going kind of cruising down the aisles, just looking for different things, and it is so much cheaper here. It would just be almost irresponsible for me right now with being on a budget. It would just be really bad if I did not come here. So my goal on Saturday is to try to get up by like 6 and be here at the store by 7. That's my goal. I think I can do it. I mean, I get up at 4:30 every other day of the week. But I know I started to talk about being on a budget, and I bought some things that I really didn't need. However, what I'm doing right now, I am trying to stock up for like the holidays. So as you know, for like baking and things like that. And I have been stocking up on the sweetener as I see it at Grocery Outlet, because they've been having the Lakanto like monk fruit sweetener on sale there. So I've, you know, been picking it up to stock up. And I knew that this store is the only place that has the Lily stuff. So I wanted to see if they had the new milk chocolate chips and the new semi-sweet chocolate chips, and they did. And they were $5 a bag, you guys. They were $4.98 a bag. So I also, while I was here, they're the only place that sells the Lily's chocolates. So I got 2 of the salted almond and 1 of the sea salt. So you guys, anything like salted chocolate is like my thing. Like I love like sweet and salty. So these I just throw in the freezer, and I don't ever eat a whole one, but just so you guys know, a serving is a half of a bar. And like on the sea salt one, it is, so let's see, so 19 minus 8 is 11 minus 7. Just 4 grams of net carbs for half of this, so 8 for the whole bar. And I know the salted almond is 3 grams net carbs, or 6 for the whole bar. So I never eat the whole bar though, because I never need, I like literally take like 1 or 2 rows whenever I eat those. So what I got was the Lily's milk chocolate chips and the Lily's semi-sweet baking chips. So the semi-sweet baking chips, you guys, no joke, it's 8 carbs, but it's 5 fiber and 3 erythritol. So it's 0 net carbs for 30 chips. I haven't tried them, but I like regular semi-sweet chips. 50 calories. These milk chocolates are 8 carbs, 4 fiber, and 3 erythritol. So it's less than the dark ones. The dark ones I think are 2 net carbs for a serving. And again, this is 30 chips per serving. So I plan on just saving these just for holiday recipes. However, I may just come and just stock up on these as, you know, just to, you know, if extra $5, $10, you know, just in my basket each week, just to get stocked up on them. And that's what I like to do around the holidays all the time. So that's what I came here specifically for, but then I saw the great deals that are going on right now. And like I said, I think I'll definitely be coming here on Saturday instead of doing grocery pickup. Now, the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, so I know a lot of you are the same age as me. A lot of you are younger than me. But so here's where kind of our family is at. Our family is at a point to where it's like we almost all do our own thing at dinner time. My husband just kind of, he doesn't have like a lot of appetite, so he just usually just makes his own thing unless I'm absolutely making something that he's just like, oh yeah, I want that. But for the most part, he really just, you know, just eats his own thing. My son works a lot, so a lot of times, you know, I'll save him a plate, and sometimes he'll eat that, sometimes he'll eat something else, sometimes he doesn't eat because he's going somewhere. So, or he doesn't want to eat what I'm eating because he tends to want to eat. He doesn't eat keto. He did do keto for a while, but he got every symptom known to keto, including the rash, and it was pretty bad. So I think he just like does not want to do keto at all. So he kind of strays away from that. And my oldest, my stepson, he just sometimes he'll eat what I'm eating, sometimes he doesn't. So I was thinking last night when nobody ate dinner but me, I was like, you know, I spend so much time making a meal plan for myself something that everybody else would want to eat, possibly. Things that my husband can't eat chicken. I know I've said that a million times, but just for new people, my husband is allergic to poultry. So I try to come up with alternatives for him, or at least have things on hand for him. Now, my family does not ask me to make extra meals, just so you guys know that. I just want to put that out there before anybody starts coming at my family in the comments. I have chosen to do that. But now, as they've gotten older and people can make their own things, now it's kind of what they do. They just kind of make their own things. So I'm pretty much thinking now, like, and it's just like cooking for one. How do you handle cooking for one? I mean, it's not much for cooking for two, and I just not, you guys know I'm not one that can just eat the same thing every single day. So, you know, a lot of people think, oh, you can just make one meal and just eat on it all week. I can't do that. I have to have creativity. I want to have creativity, or I'm going to get very bored with what I'm eating. And also, I don't want to have that urge to just go to fast food. I don't want to do that, you know, that kind of eating. Even if I keep it keto, even if it's dirty keto, I don't want to do that. So I don't know if you guys could help me with some resources. I'm going to go on Pinterest, and I mean, it's easy to scale a recipe in half, but sometimes it's hard to scale a recipe like down by like thirds. Now, I could find a lot of recipes that are like servings of 4 and then cut it in half, and I don't know. I mean, it's just so hard when your family's in this transitional period, and it's like, so now, like I said, it's pretty much, they would be happy if I just picked up things, like my son would be happy if I just picked up a bunch of chicken and just made a bunch of chicken breasts for him, and he would just eat on that all week. Like, seriously, no joke. I could get some ground beef and then, you know, just make, you know, a big thing of ground beef or ground turkey, and he would just eat that as a salad, you know. So those ones are easy, but I don't know. It's just really tough when, like, it's like I'm thinking about that. I'm like, should I really be stressing out and spending all this time to make a meal plan every single week that is, you know, catered to everybody, and then it's just me eating? I think I'm done with that. I mean, I was a little frustrated about it at first, thinking, you know, it's like I spend all this time, and I just spend all this time shopping and all this money, and I don't need to. And I think that's kind of where I'm at. And then I, you know, thinking, well, it could be cheaper because I could, you know, pick up smaller cuts of meat and, you know, smaller packages, or I could still get the bigger packages and cut it down, you know, and spread it out and put it in the freezer and save some money. So I don't know. So this week the grocery haul may look a little different, because I may just do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go through Pinterest and see what I can find. I may be able to find some, you know, I think I could do like meals for 2, and I could kind of double it up, have one for dinner and one for lunch. I don't mind eating the same thing twice through the week. I just don't want to do like a 3 to 5 day thing. I think it would drive me crazy. I better go so I'm not late to work. It's been a pretty good day. Oh, random, I went and plugged everything in, including what I'm going to have for dinner, which is going to be the Costco pulled pork. I was going to make that big pork roast that I bought, but I took it out of the freezer, and I'm like yesterday, and I'm not even kidding, it is still rock solid. I think it's because it's so huge. I'm thinking it'll be thawed out in time for Saturday. So I think Saturday I will throw it in the crock pot and just have that like for the weekend to eat or something like that. But right, so I also had a pulled pork from Costco in my freezer that I bought a couple weeks ago. So I pulled that out this morning, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to have that. And so I'm going to have that tonight with a side of broccoli. So I plugged everything into my tracker: my lunch, my breakfast, my coffee I'll have later on tonight, my coffee I already had, my dinner. And no joke, you guys, my fat, my protein, and my calories, which I don't really count my calories, it's just in my carb manager. Those 3 things came up exactly what my goal is. Like, my calories are like 1395, my fat's like 108, and I think my protein is like 97 or 87, exactly on the dot. I'm like, that right there motivates me to not even like go off of what I have planned for the rest of the night. It really seriously does. When I saw that pop up, I was like, okay, this is a sign. All that weighing and measuring and stuff I did today, I feel like it's exactly what I needed to get myself in this like groove, this mindset of I'm going to hit that goal in October. It was just, I don't know, when I saw that, I thought it was a sign. I'll put a little screenshot up here. So that is, so I think that's just what I'm gonna have the rest of the day. It's just that. I did eat my Built Bar. Ate my lunch before I left. I'm stuffed right now. I feel really good and satisfied, and Like I said, I don't plan on having anything else until I get home from work, and I'll have dinner. I tracked like a serving of broccoli and 2 servings actually of the pulled pork, because that's what I tend to eat. So I went ahead and just was honest about it and did that, and that's what I came up with. So, and now I've talked for 10 minutes and I said I had 7, so I better go. But anyhow, you guys have a fantastic day. I will pop up a little video or a picture of a dinner right here, and I think I'll probably go ahead and vlog tomorrow. We'll see. So you may just have an extra vlog this week, because I'm really loving doing this daily vlogging thing. I think I may be able to do it. So yeah, I have been thinking about that nut butter though. You guys, it is so good. I know I've been talking about it all day, but it is truly so good. So I am so glad I found. I still, you guys have to get it. Let me know if you've tried it. You guys have to get it. So talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.